All right, guys, welcome. See you, Nat. Welcome back to Court 1 on Day 7, final series. If you're not excited, you should be. A minute and 36 seconds remaining. Looking at the Argentinians there, matching up against the Australian under-23 men for a playoff, 5 between 8. So the winner of this team will play off for 5th spot against the winner of another game that I've forgotten about. Doesn't really matter now because we're focusing on this Australian versus Argentina game. I'm Parko, and joining me in the commentary box for the second or the third time today, it's certainly his pleasure to be here with me, Alfredo, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, estuvo tratando de batir el récord Guinness de locución, tercer partido seguido, pero Argentina se lo merece. Veremos si por acá tengo algún relevo, no aparece nadie, así que relataremos el sub-23 Australia-Argentina, los dos equipos tratando de llegar al quinto puesto. Obviamente esto es un cruce, hay que seguir jugando, pero es crucial para llegar al quinto. Así que veremos Argentina formando con Alan Ortiz, Franco Berríos, Nicolás Gianotti, Ramiro Mourele, Fabián López, Leandro Monzón, Michel, Francisco Buccini, José El Colo Greter, Ariel Girala. Los conduce Juan Lecky. Es tú.
Gracias, Alfredo. And we count down the last 20 seconds until this game begins. Australia losing to Colombia in a very tight but one-sided affair. The Colombian Piranhas in that game really bringing out all the answers. And unfortunately for the Aussies, they fought a hard-fought game, but just didn't have what it took to finish that game off and be victors. As the clock hits 0-0-0 and this game begins, you can see the Australians coming out of the box there nice and hard. The Argentinians meeting there in the middle, and out to the left it goes. The Argentinians having to give ground here as they soak up a little bit of good old come on Aussie Australian attacking pressure. Alfredo.
Bueno, recordemos que estos dos equipos perdieron sus cruces de cuarto de final, por eso están en esta ronda tratando de ubicarse quinto. Ahí avanza peligrosamente Australia, Stu.
Yeah, so goal number 1 going in the bin there for Australia, opening up the scorecard. So number 10, Richard Cleary, the big chard, putting in goal number 1 on a nice little overlap, probably from the fullback or halfback position, I'd imagine. As you can see, the Aussie lads having a little bit of a swim back to their sin bin. Obviously not the position they wanted to be in this competition, but, c'est la vie. That's definitely the way that this high-level competition goes sometimes. There's got to be a winner, there's got to be a loser there, Alfredo.
Bueno, el equipo australiano da el primer golpe, hay que despertarse equipo. Ahora logran ganar el tejo, se van hacia la derecha. Veremos si no dejan que progrese el equipo australiano. Otra vez jugando contra el local. Ahora, menos mal que se fueron a tomar la merienda los australianos. Hay menos gente en la tribuna, tú.
Yeah, so you can see there the Aussies moving the puck around nicely. Argentina just getting a good defense there. My apologies, Argentina getting a good defense going there. They're right underneath their sub benches. They get a couple of subs in the water, a couple of fresh legs, and try and keep that puck away from the highway to the danger zone centre channel as they go on a nice little breakaway swim off that sub there, Alfredo.
Ahí avanzando a todo vapor el José El Colo por la izquierda. A ver si llega la compañía. Ahí lo vemos expectante al Franco Berrío. Ahí vuelve a estar arriba el Colo. A ver abajo quiénes están jugando. Ahí hay una falta. Una falta se le hicieron al 3. Nicolás Gianotti vino de atrás. Se llevó por toda la gente por delante y logró forzar una falta. Tenemos un lindo avance. Cruzado ahí al arco australiano, es tú.
You can see here the Aussies setting up to defend this advantage puck for the Argentinians. They bring it out on a little angle on a 45 into the centre channel, a.k.a. the highway to the danger zone. There's a nice little knockdown occurs there by the Aussie defender. And the referee, unfortunately, has pulled up that Australian for an illegal knockdown. So it's a illegal knockdown using his glove. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens with the cracks you have in plucking that puck out of the higher parts of the water on the top arc of the flick, for lack of a better word. You can see the Argentinians taking this advantage puck, a big flick going in there. The Aussies straight onto it, though, and out the puck goes to that far side there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí hubo una falta de un jugador, una parada ilegal del tejo. Argentina sacó, hicieron un lindo centro, pero es cortado por la defensa australiana que Hay que cuidarse de las medialunas de este equipo que las hace muy bien. Son famosos por las medialunas. Abren el juego. Veremos si Argentina logra presionar al equipo australiano en su campo de juego. Es tú.
I could not agree with you more, Alfredo. As you see, the Argentinians precking an attacking advantage here. On the Aussies underneath their sub-bench, the Australians leading this game 1-0 at the moment, but it's still a tight contest you can see down there. The Aussies rocking and rolling near their sub-bench, just trying to create a little bit of space as a couple of subs come out and go back in again. And Argentinians putting on a fair bit of pressure at the moment after the Aussies initially came out of the blocks, hitting the Argentinians hard and getting that one goal up. So as the puck comes back close to this defensive right-hand corner for the Aussies, it's going to be interesting to see what the Aussie lads can create in their deep defensive area there, Alfredo.
Bueno, linda presión del equipo argentino en estos últimos 3 minutos. Lo mismo piensa Federico Ferrer. Gracias por tus comentarios. Vamos Argentina ahí tratando de presionar. Ahí lo vemos expectante. Ahí hace una media luna el equipo, a ver si logran progresar en campo australiano, Stu.
So the Aussies go on the other side of the pool now on a nice 90-degree switch movement. I think they actually came through the forward line then to take it over the other side, maybe via the fullback. I couldn't quite catch it. Aussies bringing it back the other way now. Finding a fair bit of space as that flick goes out to the right-hand wing. He gets quickly cut down by an Argentinian attacker there, and they put a good counter-attack here on the Aussie defence. The Aussies having to give ground and go all the back to their defensive right-hand corner there. Unfortunately, Ben Stepkovic is going to get told he's gloved the puck, and it's going to be an Argentinian free puck. Advantage puck, I should say, in their attacking, deep attacking quarter, the deep defensive area for the Aussies. You can see how much real estate the Australians don't have there as the referees have to set that line up very close to the back wall. As the Argentinians take the puck, they drive to the left of the Australian structure, try and recycle back around with a good reverse flick, but the Aussies are onto it. Sweep it out wide there, Alfredo.
Buen robo ahí del Colo. A ver, vamos, Leandro Monzón, a ver si podemos combinarte con Fabián, a ver si podemos avanzar ahí. Ahí hay un cobro, a ver, él está señalando un jugador, hiciste obstrucción, sí, vos, el de la derecha, a ver, ¿para dónde va el cobro? A ver, están cobrando, sí, una falta de Argentina, es tú.
Yeah, so you can see here the Aussies having an advantage puck. Joshy McKenzie in the fullback position, taking that free and just getting that puck out to the left-hand side. There is actually, I think Joshy McKenzie was the right half there. My apologies. Richard Cleary's in the fullback position. As the puck comes back into the centre channel, and not exactly where the Australians want that as they push it out to the right. Joshy going on a good overlap. Brings it back to the centre, I believe. The fullback gets the puck and goes on a run up the right-hand side. Nice stretch of passes in between the Aussie lads there, and the Argentinians making them go out to the left-hand side now. The Aussies don't mind just sort of swinging around, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can actually make something out of this drive. They're looking pretty dangerous at the moment there, Alfredo.
Fue muy buen avance de Australia, estamos complicados ahí. A ver la defensa, hay cobro. Bueno, zafamos con lo justo, hubo una falta de un jugador australiano, estuvieron muy cerca de la rampa de la canaleta argentina. Ahora trataremos salir por la derecha, a ver si le ponemos polenta por ese lado, Nico Gianotti, a ver si nos combinamos con el Franquito Berrío. Vamos, Leandro Monzón, a ver que aparezca la fuerza del Fabi López. El juego se desarrolla ahora en la derecha, no frena ahí el equipo australiano. A ver, sigue el equipo argentino avanzando, es tú.
I could not agree with you more, Alfredo. As you can see there, the Aussies sort of looking like they're going out right, and then they came back into the centre channel. The door got closed to them there pretty quick by the Argentinians, and they got forced out back over to the left. So a little bit of a nullified movement there by the Aussies. Good defensive play by the Argentinians, just not giving them many options as they're forced over to that far side of the court. Back they come to the near side now, and a good run there by that right-hand forward. He flicks and goes, getting a nice little advantage position there. He's really motoring, and he just comes up to the surface now. The Australians are desperately trying to maintain possession and keep this momentum going as the Argentinians get to that near side wall in numbers. As the referee calls the infringement, he's calling a stick infringement on the Argentinians. So it's going to be an advantage puck for the Australians in the attacking area here for them, right next to the Argentinian sub-bench there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí Australia hizo una peligrosa media luna, no lo cortaba nadie este muchacho, tuvieron que cometerle falta, ahí vuelve, lindo tiro del australiano, no sé si la tiro a la cabeza de algún argentino, no, parece que no, ahí están luchando, vamos a la defensa, vamos Arielito Girala, vamos Alan Ortiz, métanle pata ahí, saquen para la derecha, hay un cobro, sí, con falta del equipo argentino, le dice al número 1, Alan Ortiz, vos hiciste la falta, a ver, si cerramos filas, se nos están acercando mucho los australianos, tú.
Yeah, so you can see the Aussies going for a quick sub. Unfortunate for them as they're in deep attack and he's not going to have time to get back there. He will become the covering player as the Australians do some kind of weird... maybe they touched the puck before Argentina came out, but they swing it back into the middle now and back into the melee it goes. Argentina doing a good job of bringing that puck out. Unfortunately for them, though, it's going to be breaking. And so number 10 is going to go spend a minute in the bin for breaking, unfortunately there, Alfredo.
Medio lento el cobro de los árbitros, dicen que se adelantó en el advantage mucho tiempo después, pero bueno, lo sacan al 10 Francisco Buccini, number 10.
Yeah, so Francisco Buccini spending a minute in the bin for breaking as the Australians take another advantage puck. You can see them trying to push this advantage to turn it into a goal. But again, the Argentinians doing a good amount of defence there as the Aussies bring it back around the other side. Right, they sort of pause a little bit, go for the flick, and now they're made to chase that puck out to the wall. So had the possession, flicked the puck, lost the possession, out to the wall they go. Argentina doing a very good job of defending all of these attacking moves the Aussies have got going at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see how long they can actually weather the storm. You see the referee calling a stick infringement on the Argentinians. On the Australians there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí cobra una falta de un jugador australiano. Los 5 están bancando este momento en donde nos están presionando con mucha gente. Tienen un jugador de más. Ahí tratan de salir por la izquierda. A ver, Colo. Logran robar la pastilla. Ahí vuelve a avanzar el jugador australiano. Tratan de hacer una... Ahí el árbitro marca. Ahí sí corta el partido. Había dado ley de ventaja, pero corta. Nueva falta del equipo argentino. Vamos con los relevos. Ahí le dice al Colo. No, a Ariel García, a Ariel Girala. Vos hiciste la falta. Sí. Pero se salva de salir, es tú.
So again, the Aussies get another free puck in their attacking area here. They set up on a 45 off that puck. The forwards facing forward, all of them. The flick goes in to the melee. The Argentinians hit it hard. The Australians trying to gain some kind of advantage through the highway to the danger zone in that centre corridor there. Unfortunately, again, the Argentinian defence is up to the task as they drive that puck out to the far side wall. The Australians are putting a fair bit of pressure on the Argentinians at the moment as they break through here, and they're unfortunately curled off by that last defender, and out the puck goes to that far side there, Alfredo.
Bueno, venía un jugador australiano, se la sacaron con lo justo. Buen defensa argentina ahí, pero hay una nueva falta. Bueno, ahora una falta de un jugador australiano. Salimos del ahogo de la presión australiana. A ver si ya recuperamos al jugador que nos falta. Me parece, no lo alcanzo a ver de acá. Sí, ya está adentro. Ya tenemos al Francisco, a Panchito Buccini de nuevo en el arco. Buen tiro. Ahí se saca de encima uno el Colo. Trata de combinarse con los medios. A ver, Nico Gianotti. No, la vuelve a tomar el equipo australiano. Manda una media luna por la izquierda. Avanza peligrosamente por el centro, es tú.
So you can see the Aussies getting a nice little round the back move, followed by a left-hand swim by, I think their left-hand winger had a serious amount of speed going. They pushed this puck together all the way into the tray there, and I think the Australians might have actually converted one this time. Unfortunately, the referee says, no, thank you, don't argue, that's gloving, and back out you go. So gloving on, I think, for both teams. So it's going to be equal puck for gloving for both teams. So, yeah, good times. Obviously, the Aussies would have preferred that to be a goal, but they'll get another chance as they take this equal puck here, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí el árbitro inglés cobra un equal, así que se tratará de tener la posición del tejo. Ahí bajan los dos jugadores, a ver quién tiene la posición del tejo. Argentina, todo abajo, tratando de defender. A ver, veremos, ahí lo vemos, Ariel Girala agazapado para que no entren por ese lado. Sale ahí, vuelve a entrar muy solito. Viene un australiano. A ver si lo pueden parar. Tira al arco. Peligro de gol de Australia. Es tú.
Yes, you can see the Aussies doing a good job of maintaining that possession there with a nice flick at the tray. Number 10 doing his best to try and knock it down, but he catches a bit of his glove right on the goal tray, so that's going to be a penalty goal for the Aussies. I didn't see the number there. Just waiting on the confirmation of the number. I think it might have been the right forward. As a timeout is called, I think the Australians called that timeout. I'm not 100% sure. My apologies. With a minute and a half to go. I'm not sure which Australian scored that goal, but it is 2 goals to the Aussies as they lead Argentina as we count down the last minute and a half of this first half. To recap, I guess, Aussies playing a good brand of hockey right now, moving the puck around a lot and sort of biding their time to score these goals. 2 goals up, so obviously not exactly in a massive lead. Certainly they need to be careful to not let these Argentinians back in the game there, Alfredo.
Bueno, Australia con un gol penal se pone 2-0. Ahí pidió minutos Juan Lecky. A ver si pueden ordenarse los chicos. Hasta ahora muy bueno el partido de Argentina. Australia ha presionado, pero nosotros también hemos creado oportunidades. No la hemos podido efectivizar. Ahora estamos a 2 segundos de que arranque nuevamente el partido. Faltando 1:31 para que termine el primer tiempo. Viene Argentina con todo. Ahí logra tomar el tejo. Se va hacia adelante. Sigue Argentina presionando. La logra. Ahí cobra el árbitro. Stu.
Yeah, so the buzzer goes there just after the strike. It's going to be an advantage puck for Argentina. Unfortunately, the referee's just picking out an infringement by the Australians. So you can see the Argentinians setting up here to take this advantage puck in their attacking half. Right in the centre channel. Probably going to look to take it straight down the middle of the highway to the danger zone there. And that's exactly what they do. The Aussies meeting them there with a good defensive line and a nice sweep over that far side. You can see all the players streaming over to that far wall just to try and gain some kind of advantage as the last minute is counted down here in this first half. Very good contest at the moment. The Australians being pushed back again, and the Argentinians are going to get another free puck here, Alfredo.
Bueno, estamos a 35 segundos, a ver si queda tiempo como para hacer un golcito y acortar esta distancia. Se lanza con todo, a ver si se viene la avalancha. Cuidado con el contragolpe australiano, no hay que descuidarse, chicos. Ahí Australia logra cortar, se va hacia la pared izquierda. Veremos si puede progresar. Ahí la llevan a la esquina. Lo vemos a Alan Ortiz. Ahí lo vemos al cola. A ver, metiéndose en la conversación para ver si podemos sacar un tejo al área australiana. Sigue defendiéndose Australia. No habrá tiempo para más. Se acabó el primer tiempo, Stu.
So halftime is called, and we'll go to the break with as these teams swap over. We'll go to the halftime break. Australia leading Argentina 2-0, as you can see. Number 2 for Argentina there, just having a little chat to the referee, clarifying a few points. Argentinians playing a good brand of hockey at the moment. A lot of attacking pressure initially in that first half, and the Aussies up to the challenge thus far, playing a nice open Australian game. So both teams playing good. Certainly neither team establishing a massive amount of dominance in that first half. Both teams able to exert an amount of attacking pressure on each other, as well as soak up a fair bit of defensive pressure there. So a very even game as I see it at the moment, although Australia are leading this game 2-0. It's good to see both of these teams really having a crack at seeing this competition out. Like, it's very nice to see the competitive juices still flowing when neither of these teams has any chance of making a medal position in this under-23 division in this the 4th CMAS age group World Championships here in Hobart, Tasmania. My apologies for getting tongue-tied there. Alfredo.
Bueno, hay que aplaudir al equipo argentino. Estamos jugando contra el local Australia, que ha tenido todo el tiempo para entrenar, tiene toda la gente cerca para elegir, gran cantidad de clubes. Australia es el que más campeonatos mundiales ha ganado en las categorías elite masculina, femenino y también muchos en los juveniles. La verdad que estamos haciendo un partidazo, estamos jugando contra el local. Creo que se tienen que calmar. Ahí vemos cómo Nick Martin estaba dándole indicaciones, ahí los chicos también. Veremos si puede Juan Lecky darle algunas indicaciones a los chicos. No ha jugado mal Argentina, pero Australia es el que está 2-0. Veremos si podemos en este primer tiempo hacer un gol rápidamente. Ahora faltan 50 segundos para que arranque el segundo tiempo, Stu.
Thank you very much, Alfredo. Just recapping the first half there. Australians leading this game 2-0. Lots of good moves by both teams in the attacking half and lots of good defensive pressure soaked up again by both teams. You can see the Argentinian coach just finishing off with his players there as the last 30 seconds of this halftime break tick down. Couple of mentions of our sponsors: Tasmania Government, Tourism Tasmania, Hobart City Council, Poco People, 6 Al Agua underwater hockey gear, Shark underwater hockey gear. Please get around those guys if you feel a need, and also don't forget to donate if you're enjoying this live stream of this 4th CMAS Age Group Underwater Hockey Championships at GoFundMe.com/Hobart 2017. Any dollars you could donate would be greatly appreciated as this second half kicks off. The Australians winning the strike there by probably about 30 or so centimetres, and they immediately drive it out to that right-hand wall. Argentinians quick to meet them over there, Alfredo.
Bueno, vamos Argentina, hay que meterle fibra, hay que ponerle lo que saben que hay que ponerle. Ahí trata de presionar, ahí está peleando el Colo. No, era el 1 Alan Ortiz metiéndole polenta. Ahí se escapa el Colo, lo cortan con falta me parece. No, hubo falta previa del número 1. Dicen que Alan Ortiz fue el que metió la falta. Tendrá un tiro libre Australia a favor, Stu.
So Argentina getting called for gloving infringement there as the Aussies take an advantage puck. They immediately switch it out to the other side. Couple of good flicks getting out there. Nice passes by the boys as they get to that far wall and get met straight away by the Argentinian structure. So no forward space for the Aussie lads over on that far side at the moment as a vicious battle continues. They're going to try a little bit of... I guess they're going to spend a little bit of time over there as the referees pull up another infringement. It'll be interesting to see what they say. I think they're pointing at an Aussie lad there. So, an Argentinian lad. That's a stick infringement indication against Argentina. So it will be an Australian free puck. As I'm sure the Aussie lads will be pretty keen to lay down some stick candy in this pool pretty soon and see if they can have a crack at scoring another goal there, Alfredo.
Bueno, tenemos una falta en contra. Australia tratando de aumentar el marcador, Argentina tratando de defender, de tratar de salir con alguna salida, a ver si podemos sorprender al equipo de la tierra de los canguros, a ver si podemos avanzar en campo australiano. Ahí el juego no está claro, cuidado con las medialunas de estos chicos. Hay un cobro del árbitro, Stu.
Yeah, so pretty much on cue, the Aussies had a crack at that stick candy, but the Argentinians didn't like it, so they pretty much spat it out and got a free puck, and now they're setting up for an advantage puck in their defensive area here. You can see there the Aussie structure just kind of finning back to get behind that ref's line as the Argentinians take a couple of well-deserved subs. They've got 2 forwards in front, one player on the puck, and then 3 behind, interestingly, as they set up and drive the puck out to that far side wall. You can see the Aussies, I think, are immediately bringing it over the other side through a nice bunch of passes there. You can see that left-hand winger finding some space, going back on the 45, getting tagged and rolled off by that Argentinian opposition player as the Argentinians drive this near side wall on a nice little possession maintenance type run. Not too fast, maintaining that possession and waiting for his players to rock up there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí avanza Argentina. El jugador australiano la lleva al vértice. A ver, más compañía ahí. Australia jugando en la esquina. Hay un robo ahí interesante. No la alegró llevar Francisco Buccini. Ahora Australia sale por la izquierda. Están relevando, están recuperando fuerza ahí, tratando de salir por el lado izquierdo. Argentina tratando de cortar. Ahí Alan trata de cortar. No logra. Ahí vuelve a mandarse el jugador australiano. Están abriéndose bien. Ahora abriendo la media luna australiana. Vamos chicos, hay que cortar ahí. Avanzan muchos metros, Stu.
Yeah, so you can see another right to left, left to right, 45 swim going on there by the Aussies. So really starting to find some space in this game every now and again, the Australians. So that's nice to see as you see the play continue on that far side. Argentinians certainly up to the challenge of chasing those swims down at the moment. There's 11 minutes to go in the second half. Ticks by. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, please go to gofundme.com/Hobart 2017. Those of you that are from the teams that are going to watch this game, as I think the Australians have scored their third goal, the referees confirm, and that is A Firm, player number 1, scoring that goal for the Aussies. So Thomas Milner, the big milk, little Tommy, big Tommy, always full of a serious amount of milk everywhere he goes. Scores the third goal for the Australians with only 10.5 minutes remaining in this second half. Well done there, Tommy. I'm sure your mum, Sandra, will be very happy, and the rest of your family who are probably tuning in either on the side of the pool or back at home. Tommy's a local boy from Hobart, and I know he's got a lot of supporters, a lot of fans, both here in Hobart and all around Australia. I'm certainly a fan of that young man. As this game continues, the Argentinians meeting the Aussies in the centre of the pool there, Alfredo.
Bueno, aprovechamos ahí para leer los mensajes. Catriel Femenía dice, vamos Argentina. Ahí Alfredo Femenía también manda otro saludo, vamos Argentina. Toda la familia Femenía ahí saludando al equipo argentino. Ahí Argentina vuelve a conversar, a tratar de recuperar el tejo por el lado medio. Ahí vuelve a robar un jugador australiano. Vamos que faltan 9 minutos, esto no está dicho. Ahí vuelve a avanzar el equipo australiano. Hay que cortar, vamos Arielito, vamos Alan, vamos Colo. Hay que cortar ese progreso australiano. Es tú.
You can see referee Chris, unfortunately for the Argentinians, is going to throw, I think, number
13, Ariel Girala.
Number 13, out for 2 minutes for a dangerous flick, unfortunately. So that lad is Ariel Girala. He's going to go spend 2 minutes in the sin bin for a dangerous flick. Unfortunately for him, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. A little bit of a hazard of this game. Sometimes you just get a little bit too close to the opposition player's head, and that's an immediate 2 minutes in the sin bin infringement. As the referee called the Argentinians on a illegal knockdown, the Aussies are going to get a free puck in their attacking quarter on the right-hand side of the Argentinian goal tray. Aussies will be pretty keen to convert this one and just establish a 4-0 lead if they can. The Aussies leading the Argentinians at the moment 3-0 there, Alfredo.
Bueno, momento difícil, tenemos uno menos al defensor Ariel Girala. Veremos si bancan los 5 que están dentro del campo de juego este avance australiano. Hay un nuevo cobro, dice parada ilegal del tejo de un jugador argentino. Parece que hubo un lanzamiento y la paró con el guante. Así que habrá un nuevo tiro libre de Australia. Es tú.
Thank you very much, Alfredo. I couldn't agree more as the Aussies set up for another illegal knockdown free puck right in front of the goal tray here. As you can see them coming straight in at it. And the Argentinians stream out there to meet them. The Aussies having to recycle that puck on a rock and roll. In the middle of the highway to the danger zone as they go out on the right-hand side, then back into the highway. Unfortunately, the Argentinians very good at clearing that puck. The Australians very quick to get over there and bring the contest back to them. Couple of nice rolls, a big flick goes in. The Argentinians are waiting, and they're driving this puck all the way out to the side wall here, Alfredo.
Bueno, Argentina defendiéndose con 5, logra salir por el lado derecho. Hay una medialuna del jugador, un jugador australiano. No podemos cortar, ahí entran por el centro. Ahí está por entrar Ariel Girala nuevamente, pero seguimos defendiendo con 5. Ahí ya volvió a entrar, pero ahora la falta es de un jugador australiano. El número... ¿Es tú, number? Number 2.
Números dos, I think. Number 2, I'm pretty sure. Number 2. So Josh McKenzie, the Capitan for Australia, is going to spend 2 minutes in the bin, unfortunately for him. I didn't quite catch the infringement. I think it was a dangerous flick. Either that or the referee was saying that he was just stroking the unicorn under the water. Could have been either one. Either way, he gets 2 minutes in the sin bin. It's not even that stroke in the unicorn call makes my technical dude here even Riley smile as this game continues underneath the sub bench. There we go. Underneath the sub bench of the Aussies in defence. As the Argentinians flick that puck right into the middle of the highway to the danger zone there, the Australians having to work pretty hard to get it out. As you can see, Ben Stepkovic rock and rolling and trying to keep that puck there. But the Argentinians very good at recycling down the back wall and pushing their numerical advantage. A couple of big hits being dished out there. A couple of don't argues by the Argentinian lads. A couple of really nice second and third efforts. The Australian boys really stretched hard to keep that puck out of the tray there, Alfredo.
Sin falta, muchachos, hay que cortar ahí, sin falta. Australia trata de forzar la falta argentina, logran salir por la izquierda. A ver, aprovechemos que tienen 5 jugadores. Ahí está presionando, vamos Argentina. A ver, una media luna, a ver Franquito Berrío, a ver si podemos. Ahí avanza muy bien, ahí es 1 contra 1, ahí lo paró muy bien al delantero argentino, el australiano, con tranquilidad. Ahora están saliendo por la pared izquierda, pasa por la izquierda, sigue Australia tratando, ahí el Colo lo para, pero sigue empujando la defensa. Hay una obstrucción de un jugador australiano. Creo que es momento, tenemos un tiro libre, Atlanta a favor, creo que es el momento de hacer el gol. Están faltando 4 minutos 56. Se va pasando el tiempo, hay que hacer un gol. Ahí pide minuto Juan Lecky. También entiende que esta jugada tiene que estar bien hecha porque hay que acortar la distancia. Es el momento. Australia está sigue estando con un jugador menos, está a punto de entrar, pero entrará después de la jugada. Es tú.
Yeah, as you can see here, the Australians have called a timeout, I believe. Well, one of the coaches did anyway. It's kind of irrelevant which one, I suppose. You can see both the coaches in the water at the moment with their lovely sort of garden gnome green little swimmers hats on, having a chat to their players, just trying to recenter their heads and get all their players to see this game all the way out. 10 seconds to go in this timeout here. As you can see, the Australians are going to have to defend another Argentinian free puck in their deep defence. Aussies being one player down at the moment. You can see Josh McKenzie just sort of sitting on the side waiting to come back in. He'll probably come back in soon after the puck is touched. Looks to me like he's probably at the most got like 10 seconds or so. The Argentinians pushing the goal, and I think this is actually... No, I think it went in, but unfortunately the refs are saying gloving for Argentina there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí el 7 había hecho el gol, Fabi López. El árbitro dice que no, que lo hizo con guante, mira como diciendo no, me parece que no, se equivocó, pero los árbitros cobran una falta en contra de Argentina. Zafó Australia. Es tú.
So the Aussies taking an advantage puck, bit of a let out of jail free card by the boys there as they come over the near side. Immediately met by a very aggressive, energetic Argentinian lad there on the right-hand side for him, near side part of the court. The Australians, I think that was the Australians taking it over into the middle of the highway to the danger zone, or trying to cross it and get to the other side. But unfortunately, the Argentinians contesting it the whole way. The far side ref calling it infringement at the moment. He's pointing, I'm pretty sure, at that number 2 Argentinian. So it's going to be a stick infringement for him and a little bit of argy-bargy. So maybe a little bit of an excessive hug under the bottom, a little bit of a chop, just dicing the vegetables as the referees call a ref's timeout to have a chat about something I'm sure that's very interesting, and it's going to make the players just sort of hang around, catch their breath. Referee saying, yep, that's right. It is the Australian free puck. The Aussie forward setting up here for a play on the right-hand side. You can see all the lads getting down on the bottom as the buzzer goes. The Aussies driving it straight into where those forwards are.
Número 2, Franco Berrío.
Number 2 for Argentina is sitting in the bin at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. And Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí lo sacan a Franco Berrío por una obstrucción. Poco claro, el árbitro le marca, pero no marca cuánto sale. Un poco desprolijo en este momento. Ahí vuelve el árbitro a marcar una falta, que sigue el juego, A ver si Argentina logra defender con 5. Ahí entra todo a por un jugador de Australia. Es tú.
Yeah, so nice drive there by the Aussies. Straight through the left-hand side of the highway to the danger zone and into the danger zone. You can see there the referees confirming it was a goal. And I believe number 5 scored that one for the Aussies. So That's going to be marked down to Alex Barnes-Cogan. So nice work there, Barnesy, for scoring the fourth goal for the Aussies as they hit 4-0 in a nice lead with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. You can see number 3 there for Argentina. Going to go spend some time in the bin. So Nicholas Gianotti, have I pronounced that name right, Alfredo?
Bueno, ahí lo sacan a Nicolás Gianotti, el número 3, a la zona de castigo. Tenemos, bueno, ya recuperó, volvió a entrar Franco Berríos, pero seguimos defendiendo con 5. Hay que tomar tranquilidad, muchachos, a ver si logramos avanzar. Muy bien Argentina, ahí se manda el Colo, manda un pase al vacío, pero es interceptado por un jugador de Australia. Vuelve a arma una medialuna impresionante el defensor. Nos estaban tratando de abrir, somos 5 nada más, pero métanle garra, muchachos. Ahí se ven Argentina con todo. Cuidado con el contragolpe, vamos Argentina. Ahí tratan de juntarse los habilidosos. Hay un cobro, a ver, ¿de qué jugador? De un jugador australiano, aparentemente. Hay una falta. Una falta a favor de Argentina. Tenemos un tiro libre. A ver, es momento, aunque sea con 5, meter un gol, muchachos. A ver, se viene la avalancha. Meten todos polenta ahí. Vamos Fabi López, vamos Alan García, Ala Ortiz. La logra sacar el jugador. Vuelve a tirar al medio el jugador australiano. Ahí logra robar Stu.
Yeah, so as you can see, the last minute and a half of this second half counting down now. The Aussies under a bit of pressure from the Argentinians. They're doing a good job of attacking just off that back wall. The Aussie defence up to the task, though, was that left wing rocks and rolls, regains possession with a nice little reverse curl and then goes for a big swim down the left-hand side. Met there by the Argentinian team. They regain possession, go for a flick down this near wall right underneath the Australian sub-bench. The Aussies streaming back to try and cut down a run by the Argentinians. And they do that as they drive the puck out to this near side wall again. But a nice second effort from the Argentinians. Unfortunately for that lad, his flick just didn't come off. So it was kind of a bit of a roller. We've all done those ones before. And it's normally very disappointing when a roller comes off your stick instead of a big launch. The referee's picking up an infringement here, pointing to the guy swimming away, not surprisingly. So ping there for obstruction, a fair bit of excessive hugging going on underneath the water to earn him 2 minutes in the bin. So just waiting to pick up the number there. It looks to me to be maybe Mitch Piccoli. I'm just waiting to see when he sits up. I think it's number... What was the number? Number 11, my apologies. Yeah, it is Mitch Piccoli. So old Mitch having 2 minutes in the bin for a bit of excessive hugging. And the Australians having to do a fair bit of defence. One dude down now. Thank you very much, Mitchell. As you can see, they drive it out the right-hand side with only 20 seconds remaining. So the Australians will take this game out, and they definitely did this game right this time as the refs call another infringement here. This time it's obstruction against the Argentinians. So another little hugging episode happening in the pool there. 16 seconds to go at the moment, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí le cobran una falta a Nico Gianotti. Dice que golpeó con la cabeza. Abre las manitos Nico como diciendo nada que ver, pero bueno, tenemos un tiro libre en contra, zafa de la falta anterior del avance argentino a Australia. Vuelve a abrir hacia la derecha el equipo australiano. Ahora Argentina tratando de que no salga de esa zona, aprovechando que todavía hay un jugador australiano en la banca de castigo. Ahí se para Piccoli. Me parece que en cualquier momento entra. Ahora vuelven a parar el partido, Stu.
So full time is called. Australia winning this game 4-0 in a very contested game. Actually, Argentina doing a very nice job of bringing the contest to the Aussies in this playoff. So the Australians will proceed to the playoff for 5th position in this 4th CMAS Age Group World Champions. They'll play tomorrow. Sorry I can't confirm who they're going to play against, but you can tune in for tomorrow's program and definitely catch that game. The Argentinians, commiserations to those lads. They've had an amazing competition and real credit to them. This is their first underage World Championships that they've competed at, and they certainly have put their heart and soul into this into this competition every game. So well done to all the athletes, and thank you very much, Alfredo, for joining me here in the commentary box.
Bueno, gracias Stu, muy bueno haber estado comentando contigo. Felicitaciones al equipo argentino, hizo un gran partido contra el local, pero Australia ganó y seguirá por el quinto puesto. Muchas gracias y hasta luego.
That's here for us in the commentary box. Please join us for Glory Days coming up soon to wrap up day 7. And until next time, we'll catch you around the pool deck. Cheers, guys.
So Nick, how is the tournament for the finals, or how you feel in the tournament? Let me know.
Is the microphone actually on? Oh God, you're making me speak. Yeah, it's good, mate. The pool's a little bit murky tonight, which I'm a little bit worried about, but I've spoken to them and they're going to try and fix it. So tomorrow should be all good.
Thank you very much for everything you do for everyone. So everyone hopes the pool is clean tomorrow.
Yeah.
And thank you for your hospitality for all the players stay in Hobart. What are you thinking is going to happen tomorrow with the final? What do you think?
Lots of good hockey, Pipe. Hopefully. Maybe your girls will get a chance to win back their title and play well. But no, look, it's been great. I think the competition's been really good. All the teams are really close, so no, I couldn't be happier at the moment, mate.
Do you think this tournament is getting better, all the new tournament? We started for long time ago with the young teams. So now, what do you feel, or how do you watch the hockey for young teams?
Yeah, look, everyone was worried when they started the age group worlds that it was going to be whitewash games all the time, one or two really strong teams and not many other teams. And to start with, that's what happened. You know, New Zealand came away and was really strong, and everyone else just got their ass handed to them. But now we look, you know, the New Zealand boys finished 4th in the under-19s. We've got you guys winning last time. I mean, you've only got to look, Castellon, 4 different countries that won, and today we had teams that were in 6th beating teams that were in 3rd place. So, you know, we've got a roster that goes 6 or 8 teams deep, and I think next time when it's in Sheffield, well, next time, if it might be in maybe Sheffield or Europe or somewhere like that. I think once we get some more European teams back, I think 34 teams here is fantastic to get outside of Europe. But I think if we go back to Europe and we start getting the Dutch, the Spanish, the Portuguese can get their stuff sorted and come along, and the Italian teams coming back. You know, next thing we've got 12, 14 teams in every division. It'll be a really good tournament.
So we have future for underwater hockey?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you very much for your word, my friend. Have a good night.
You too, my friend.